We've made a lot of advancements in relation to the ducting and the air conditioning system on these trucks. It's one of those things that's always been constant development, and we've actually managed now to, through a lot of experimenting, to be able to increase the airflow through all of the ducts in the vehicle. The measured standard factory airflow on the front ducts is around about 5 meters per second. We're ranging now from between 7 meters a second to 8 meters a second on airflow, on actual wind speed coming out of the vents. So as a driver or a passenger or somebody in the vehicle, you really do notice the air blowing on you very well. We've also managed to get the cabin temperature down in most cases to around about 5 degrees. So that's something which, you know, the cabin temperature is normally around 7 degrees from factory. We've managed to reduce it down to 5 degrees. And that's all through different design techniques that we've used on the heater box and through the evaporator. So we've actually managed to make the airflow through the evaporator very, very evenly. With all of the ducting that we've created for this truck, we've also managed to increase the rear vent flow from 1.7 to 1.8 meters per second. We're now getting in the vicinity of 4 to 5 meters, between 4 and 5 meters per second for the rear passengers. Generally, it doesn't matter what car you get into, if it's got air venting for the rear passengers, it's normally not that great. The OEM manufacturers, they generally don't tend to really put a lot of emphasis on the comfort of the passengers when it comes to the amount of air that blows and gets delivered to them at the back. We've now managed to, as I said, increase that to around 5 meters per second. That allows the passengers in the back to be able to cool very, very well, and it makes it much more comfortable, so the cabin cools down a lot faster too. We've also incorporated all the ducting and made new ducts to allow the original feet vents for the rear passengers under the front driver and passenger seat. They all operate correctly, and they blow the volume of air as you know, we haven't increased it from the original, but they average around 3 meters per second, and that's more than adequate just for under-seat ducting for the passengers. So yeah, so we've really managed to get the modifications on the heater box absolutely first class. We'll also talk shortly about the modifications we've made to the heater box to allow very easy serviceability of the evaporator and the TX valve on them. So if you ever have any future problems, it makes it very easy to be able to service this unit without it being a major problem.